What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology forecast for the weekend of February 26th and the 27th of 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Truly appreciate you all so much. Thanks for being patient if you were waiting for this. I know I usually get my horoscopes out much earlier, but my mom and Sterling are in town. They're visiting me, and it's been some family time, and it's been definitely a big polarity with 10th house, 4th house stuff, because there's a lot going on at High Vibe. There's a lot going on in the world, and trying to mix that with family has definitely been a thing. But happy to have him here, and snuck into the office, and I'm up early. It's 9:30 in the morning. I haven't been up at 9:30 in a long time. So I'm wishing you all my best into this weekend. And I did pulled up the chart here. So we can kind of go through this here if you want. I know I haven't had it. I let Sterling borrow my iPad. I know some parents think that's bad, but he loves it. He's got games on he hasn't played in a long time. It is what it is. Anyways, we get into Saturday. We're still in Pisces season, of course. We're about to exit, after this weekend, the first decan of Pisces. So those first 10 degrees are going to be eaten up by Sunday. So this is the first third of one of the most magical times legitimately in our spiritual evolution, in our life, to go farther, to expand more, to trust our soul more. There's so many illusions in the world. Nobody's falling for it. I love it. There's definitely people falling for it, but the ones that know. And this is more of that time where we can find a lot of positivity there. The moon's going to be in Capricorn with Venus and Mars. And they are semi-square the sun in Pisces right now. So there is this weird little blind spot when it comes to like really seeing the dreams that we want to create, seeing where we need to put more work in. What are we trying to manifest right now? Are we willing to believe that fully, 100%, and keep that kind of momentum going? Because there is a momentum that wants to keep pushing forward here. And I think you can see that this weekend as we're kind of starting to dedicate these things. That moon's going to be with Pluto. So the moon's it's kind of caught up now, and it's with Venus and Mars, and it's covered where they were at and where the retrograde of Venus was at. And I think that we're starting at this moment to see where relationships can go, to see where manifestations can go, money aspects, but more so in our personal life. And are we willing to dedicate? Are we willing to keep grinding and not give up, or get lost in, slipping? So we don't want to slip. This is definitely a time where if our foot slips in life, we got to get a hold of something, get our footing back, and keep pursuing. Because with the moon with Pluto, we're going to uncover a lot of emotions. We're almost getting a precursor this weekend of, I would say, what Venus and Mars are going to show us with Pluto. Mars is going to cut something. Mars is going to activate with Pluto. Venus is going to kind of make it real. Mars is going to give you, I think, this identification of what it is that you're ultimately after. It's very destiny. It's very poof. There's also a lot that could go on in the world with that. That could be big sort of false flaggy kind of explosions, Mars, Pluto in Capricorn. And we haven't seen Mars with Pluto in Capricorn since, pandemic stuff when it first came out in 2020. So whatever you want to call that, just don't get duped. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely some of the most positive astrology for our own spiritual growth, for closing out chapters in our life, building new structures. And I think that on Saturday especially, we can really get into that. The moon's going to make good aspects to the nodes with a sextile to the south node, trine to the north node in Taurus. So if there was ever a time to keep working and pursuing the things that you want to create in life, this is a great weekend for that. So if you're feeling motivated, it's a good time to be motivated. It's a good time to press, I think, when it comes to definitely what it is you're after. And to keep that vision and to keep that belief and that hope alive, regardless of what the projection is going on outside of self. So this is a big weekend, I think, of realizing that there is a giant movie playing. There's a giant projection screen out there in the world. And are you gonna slip and bite into fear, or are you going to go into unconditional love and abundance and start creating those things that are going to make your world feel better? As we come to Sunday, we're going to get the sun at 9 degrees. This is a cutting degree too. And with Mars, really close, 2 degrees from Pluto. Like, we are in some cutting away energy here. We're about to see sort of the reveal of where I would say the rest of 2022 is like heading. It really does remind me of like 2 years ago. Like, either it's stuff from 2 years ago that's going to be blatantly obvious, which it already is, but maybe on a more societal scale. But I think even in your personal life, it's like the growth that you've made spiritually over the last 2 years, all was for a purpose that's going to get uncovered. And there's going to be this, deep desire and this deep want and drive, especially with Capricorn energy, to pursue exactly what it is you feel called to, what it is you've learned. I think it's very positive for really getting you to the next level. So you got to give yourself a pat on the back and like give yourself some self-love this weekend too. And this is a time to put that imagination into action for what it is. What are these desires that we want? I think that we're starting to see desires come up big time. We got Mercury out of shadow completely. Mercury's moving much faster and heading towards Saturn. So we are starting to get this like, we're going to get this very like detailed blueprint here of where we need to focus our mind, where we need to put our attention that is going to take us into a future, that is going to take us into connections with people that we need moving forward to really, it's not like self-oriented. Yes, we got to be in self. We got to know ourselves. We got to trust ourselves, love ourselves. But there's something about a full connection with the right people that is everything too right now. And if we can get our mind focused on that, we can make a lot of things happen too. As we're moving towards a Sun-Jupiter conjunction and a Sun sextile Uranus in Taurus, oh baby, there's something Spirit is going to show you in the physical world that is going to make a big change in your life. It could be anything, but something, it's going to show you what value is. It's going to show you that you need to let go and surrender. And it's the surrender that is the ultimate gift right now. So there is a pursuit, there is going after things, but there's also a letting go. If something is completely closed off, it's not there anymore. So we can go into really weird places mentally or overanalyze aspects, but we have to let go so that we don't get ourselves in a weird anxiety space or just feeling like we can't or we're lost. We are out there. We're in a really strange time to be alive. Strange in the most beautiful, amazing ways, but yeah, strange when you look out in the world like, what the is going on? You know what I'm saying? That moon is going to finish off Sunday in Aquarius, and I think this does give us some, being able to kind of not be attached so much. It does give us emotional intelligence, and I think it is the emotional intelligence that we're going to need moving forward. We're not going to be in a dark moon until tomorrow, and we're getting ready for one of the most amazing new moons we're going to see maybe in our lives coming up here. It's that new moon in Pisces is something else with Jupiter in Pisces, Neptune. Something is just so on the brink of exposing itself to the ultimate connection of all things and almost like the purpose of what each and every one of us came here for. If you don't already know it, you might be finding it very soon. So I think there's a lot to look forward to, but there is that need to let's let things go. Even the moon here is waning out, getting ready for that dark moon, so it's getting close to it. But the emotional intelligence to not attach ourselves to society and what society's saying, to what the TV's saying. This is a time to fully connect and fully attach to a future that is connected to your divine purpose and what you feel within you, and to stop overanalyzing or thinking or whatever it is, but to get real focused on the real pure connections, the spiritually pure connections in your life. And I think that it has to do a lot with the relationships that we have formed, or the relationships that some form of God, magic, universe is going to drop into our lives any moment. So don't get discouraged if that hasn't happened yet. There's a lot to be hopeful for and a lot to be excited about, in my opinion. And I'll come back over here and yeah, appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great weekend. I'm going to go spend the rest of the day with Sterling. He's so funny. I was going to try and take him to Disneyland. He doesn't want to go to Disneyland. He just wants to go to the beach. It's like, well, what about like a trampoline park? Like, he's so funny. He's easy. Got to give him credit. Like, oh, you don't want Dad to spend a bunch of money at Disneyland? You just want to go to the beach? Like, okay. Fine. Beach it is. He's having breakfast with my mom right now. Ace of Swords, yeah, piercing into the veil of something pretty amazing and really giving us the insight that we're looking for on where things are closing out, because there's something that's starting here that does need our focus and our attention, and the download's there. It's just we got to be sharp enough and intelligent enough to keep pursuing whatever direction is. This is a feeling and a knowing. And oh my gosh, the Two of Swords again. Can't get rid of this card, I guess. There's still a lot of energy at a crossroads here that we can feel like we're blind, or like we have to really like, maybe we do need to just trust our gut and not get out of our mind. Maybe the mind is putting us on the crossroads when really the download came in much deeper than just mentally, and it's about acting from a deeper perspective on that. And the Nine of Cups in reverse. If you want to bring in the ultimate fulfillment into your life, I think that you have to get into your emotions and not block that, because something's trying to come full circle to why we're even doing this here. And I think we have to realize it, and maybe this weekend is when that happens. I think that we are at this place of starting to uncover within our own selves what that looks like and the beauty that does surround that. And there's a surrender to it. And the King of Cups, yeah. I think that's emotional, just emotional maturity right now, to own up to how you're feeling and to own up to what it is you really want right now. And you don't have to put yourself in some crossroad situation. It's just, if you feel it, go in that direction. Don't play games with yourself mentally, or I feel like that's where we can be a little edgy. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for being patient with me. I will be here tomorrow night for the weekly astrology live, the weekly tarot. I just do everything live now, so they'll all be live. And looking forward to it. I hope you have a great Saturday, great Sunday. I'll catch you tomorrow night, and I'll see you next week, of course. Also, get ready. David's putting out a huge video on Monday. Huge video about what's going on in the world, and it's going to be one of his most professional videos yet. I mean, it's going to be sharp. It's not going to be like Leo King blowing up crazy. Like, he's going to deliver the message in a powerful way that hopefully everybody can resonate with, and try and do the work he came here to do. So that's going to be epic. And spiritual dance music will be live in studio. So if you're in the LA area and want to go, you gotta find that link. If you're not on High Vibe, maybe I can sneak a link in here. But there is a link on the videos in High Vibe, which you could probably just go to the website and check the comments, and they're there. But $50 to dance and hang out. That'll be on Wednesday for the new moon. Deep astrology will be then. There's so much going on. So we got to kind of get ready for the big things that we're here to do right now, and maybe have some fun in between. But let's go get it, fam. All right, everybody. I love you so much. Have a great weekend. Peace.